The other thing that is really important for remote-based agents, with which most of you are who are watching this, is that you just don't get second shots as easily as the face-to-face agents. If you go through an application and picture this, Mildred's tired, she's been running errands all day, she's laid out watching Gunsmoke. Do you think she wants to go through another 20-minute application on the phone, especially if you didn't prompt her with a sense of professionalism that some things happen and it's best to prepare that there is another option we won't use unless we have to? So if you're not thoughtful about this process and preparing the client, you're bound to lose deals you otherwise would have closed. Whereas a face-to-face agent, it's hard to throw you physically out of the door. It's easier for just Mildred to hit the end button. So moral of the story, make sure that you're pivoting and got other options, but use carriers that issue as applied for at a high frequency. We use American Amicable at DIG Agency as our primary product because it really does a great job of getting stuff approved as applied for. Not 100% of the time. There's definitely referrals to underwriting, but there's a lot of clarity in how the underwriting exists, and they pay decently too. This is a good combination. Fast, simple underwriting is a massive deal. This is one of the top 2 most repeated themes in every survey that we did. Agents specifically value quick decision making. In other words, we want to see and approve our policies as quickly as possible, whether that's approved as applied for or counter offered, meaning that maybe you don't get what you apply for, but you see what you actually do get versus a referral to underwriting. In fact, referrals to underwriting are kind of the death knell. You really want to avoid those as much as possible, because a lot of the times with carriers, that just is a guaranteed decline. And again, if you're pitching, you're swinging, and half the time that's happening, you're in trouble. You're going to lose clients you otherwise would have closed. And I would advise you to consider a different carrier if it's more than 30% of the time. Hey, if you're a newly licensed insurance agent and you're looking for a 6-figure income earning opportunity without the multi-level marketing nonsense, check out my agency, the DIG Agency, by visiting davidduford.com or click the link below. Again, fewer medical hangups. Again, when there's clarity on the underwriting, the prescriptions that are applied for, and you know what you're about to get into, all that much better, and that's why you want to use that carrier. You want as much as possible. It's not, the carriers can't guarantee this. None of them will, except guaranteed issue. You want as many predictable outcomes as possible. Again, what I've seen, we like American Amicable because they're very predictable for the most part. Stuff gets sent to underwriting with them. I like SBLI on certain occasions. They can be pretty predictable. Another carrier we like, especially on the broker side, if you're not in our free lead program, but you're buying leads at a higher commission, a Guarantee Trust Life is an excellent product, largely because its underwriting is very easy, and it's a near guaranteed issue product. So when something doesn't work and they get rated up as graded or modified, Guarantee Trust Life can be a great plan B product to pivot to, because you know more likely than not you're going to get approved for, and it's going to be better than a guaranteed issue option. Takeaway here is a carrier that pays well but consistently declines business is effectively a low-paying carrier. Number 3, the application process can make or break a carrier. Bad app processes showed up over and over as a reason agents avoid carriers. And what do agents want, as listed as they did in the survey? Clean e-apps. They want an e-app that's easy to understand. It's not confusing. Obviously, what they want is somebody who's obviously designed the e-app and has worked on it a multitude of times to make it easy for the end user to complete, meaning you, the agent.